I'm Emily from Harper & Co. Today I've got a spring banner for you, and I also have a template for you, and I'm going to show you how you can use the template and any font you want, and so you can make the banner any word you want and customize it using a little trick that I've got.
Let's get started. You can see I've already uploaded my files to Design Space. The spring banner is 3 layers and it's ready to cut. And I'll show you that the 3 layers work together to give the overall, to make the overall image show through. For now, I'm going to simply hide it from my screen since we're going to work with the template that I've included to show you how to customize and create your own. So for the most part, if you want to create a banner of your own, you're going to choose whatever word you want it to be. Words, might be happy birthday, whatever it is you're looking for. And let me zoom in a little bit here. And I'm just going to go with, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to go with hello. Hello, spring, whatever. I want to capitalize that. So just to make it easier for now. What I want to do is I need to zoom in a little bit more. I was trying to show the whole screen earlier and realized it was too small. So the first thing I want to do now that I've selected a font that I like. This one is kind of a chunkier one, and I tend to think that that works well for banners, so it can be seen easier from far away. So once we have our word, I'm going to change the size. For this banner, I like to use about a 4-inch height. So I'm going to change the size, and for visual, I'm going to change it to pink. And let me go a little smaller there so we can see it. And then under advanced, I'm going to ungroup the letters. Now, the easiest thing to do is use this as I'm sorry, excuse me. The easiest thing to do is to cut the banner piece out 5 times and cut out of paper and to cut it out of adhesive vinyl. But we want to make sure that we like the way it fits first. So I like to put each letter over top and make sure it fits. Letters and you can see it does fit nicely. If you wanted it larger, you could go larger. The O looks to be a little bit wider and it's good, but letters like M and W, sometimes I will need to adjust them width-wise. But for the most part, these letters all work out fine. And we could be ready to go just the way this is. If we don't need to adjust anything, and apply these stickers and make it nice and simple. And I like to do this because I have a large collection of colored adhesive vinyl on hand, and I always have plenty of white cardstock. So this way I can usually make a quick banner without making sure I have enough cardstock on hand in the right colors that I want, etc. And I can put it together pretty quickly without running to the store or ordering any supplies. But if I want to make a banner with a little bit more depth, then I want to use a couple layers of paper um, and make it similar to the spring banner that I've provided for you. But I want to show you a little bit of a trick that I have found that works really well. So the first thing that I like to do is I'm going to copy this whole thing just so that I have another version of it, and I've already separated it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to change this layer. I'm sorry, first I'm going to copy this layer. So I have, oh, that did not work. Okay, apparently the right copy isn't working. Okay. I'm going to copy this one. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this layer to the pink color just to show you how it's going to work. And then I'm going to copy this. Oops, I got to remember this is not working this way 5 times. 3, 4. Actually, I needed, already had 5, but okay, let's move these out of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take them down here. And I'm going to line each of them. I'm just going to spread them out a little bit so that I can put one letter over each. I need to bring this forward. This worked. Okay, so I'm going to center each of these. I center each letter. I'm going to hold off on the O and I'll show you why. Obviously, you could actually just duplicate the L, which is actually what I'm going to do. So once they're all centered, which I already did, but just like to double check, then I am simply going to slice. And then I can delete my letter. Oh, I get both copies. So I'm going to do that. I have a new mouse, so it's a little jumpy. I'm going to slice each of these. And then I'm just going to delete this because I'm just going to do this. So now that this is now I could do the same thing with the O. What I like to do instead, so that I don't have to worry about the center of the letter being lined up. Let me show you. So if I was doing the O this way, which is perfectly acceptable, when I print this out, or I'm sorry, when I cut this, this center piece here is going to be a loose piece that I'm going to have to attach to the center of my my banner, which is not a problem, but I like to do this instead. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. I'm going to take my O and I'm going to take a rectangle that for this shape, this size, I'm going to make about 0.25 inches, about a 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to find a spot on the letter, whether it's an O or a B or R, whatever letter it is that has would have a middle that needs to be attached. I'm going to find a spot that I like. And for this particular one, I want to rotate it a little bit, and I'm going to line it up on this spot in the letter. Small, so I'm going to get it right where I like it. And then I'm going to slice. Oops, I'm going to select everything and slice. And now my O has a little disconnect in it. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did with my other letters. And I'm going to slice it. I guess I did that twice. Okay, I can delete that. Not sure how I did that twice. But this way, you can see that my top layer is going to be one continuous piece with the middle of the O connected. So then when I am cutting everything out, so let's duplicate this. you can see that we've made the banner a 3-layer banner that assembles nicely. And we don't have to worry about missing pieces. And we are ready to cut this out.
Now that I've got everything cut out, I'll show you how easy this is to assemble. In the spring banner, you can see we could easily line this up. We could stack each of the 3 pieces together, and we could assemble it this way, just using some twine between each of the things. However, I do find that using some adhesive makes it hold together nicer and last longer. And I'll show you very quickly how the way that I showed with the O, actually, I'll show you with the O. Instead of on the spring banner, I'll show you with the O. The way we cut out the O so that it all stays together here, it's very easy to just, I always do this, I pick up my tape runner the wrong way every time, never fails. I do like to put a little bit in the middle to hold that in place. Line up the holes. And then we can do the same thing and put it on top of the green to give the layered effect. And you can see how nicely that stays together. The other portion I'd like to show you is the tulip, how using some creative slicing of the different pieces, we can easily get a nice layered effect. And then, see, every time, it's only because I'm trying to do this on a camera that I always mess it up. And it looks like, there we go, and it all goes together nice and easy. I'm going to assemble the rest of this and I'll show you the finished product. Here's a quick view of the difference between the letters, and obviously the spring banner comes with the letters already done the way I've done them, and I showed you how I cut up another type of font to make it work. It just takes a few of the letters to make the adjustments, but also want to show you how the vinyl gives a different look to it, and so you can make whatever colors. And the other fun thing is you can always use pattern paper below to give a completely different look as well. So you can customize it any way you want, in addition to making the spring banner the way I have provided for you, or you can make a banner to say whatever you would like it to say. I hope you can see that using the template and customizing the font of your choice, you can make a banner for whatever event you need.